Kyle Mohan Racing. We're hanging out at the shop. We're going to do a quick technical talk, a quick video that talks a little bit about 13B balancing. And this has actually been a question that's come up a lot recently, especially with more and more machine work being done to rotors, like lightning, side clearancing, and different variations of lightning. These happen to be racing beat super lightweight rotors. So we're going to talk a little bit about how 13Bs are balanced and what I have found to be successful at KMR. And just to let everybody know, all of my balancing is done by Mazda Tricks. I was the engine builder at Mazda Tricks for roughly 10 years while I worked there for close to 20 years. And the whole time when we did balancing, we never had an issue. We never had a rotor assembly come back. Mazda Tricks has been in business offering this balancing service for 30 plus years and has an amazing collection of trophies and race victories, all revolving around their race motors, their balancing, and their procedures. And that's a lot of what I talk about on here, is what I learned at Mazda Tricks and what I have found to work in my race motors. So we're going to get right into it. Mazda 13B rotary balancing, high-speed balancing, high-speed balanced assembly. If you want to get high RPM, high boost, go fast, and have a motor last long. And just a reminder, Mazda Tricks trophies. Here's some more of Dave's and Mazda Tricks' trophies. Alright, so this video is going to talk about the high-speed balancing. So that's the rotor to counterweight balancing. I think that's one of the most important things as far as balancing a rotor. Maybe in future videos we can talk about rotor matching or the actual just balance of a rotor. But when I think of rotary balancing, what I think about is matching the rotors to the counterweights so we can go to 10,000 RPM, under boost, let it scream, and stay reliable. High-speed balancing, KMR Mazda Tricks, we're going to get into it right now. So the basic principle to balancing a 13B would be balancing the front rotor to the front counterweight, the rear rotor to the rear counterweight. And sometimes it's often confused and people will think that it's the, front or back to the front, front to the back. But if you look at the shaft, you can actually see what's going on. The front rotor is swung opposing to the front counterweight. So your counterbalance is actually right here. Front counterweight balance to front rotor. And then similarly acting, if you look at where the rear rotor would be swung and where its weight would be at versus this rear counterweight, it's a rear rotor to rear counterweight balance. And I actually just checked this with the guy who does the balancing at Mazda Tricks to make sure I was not speaking incorrectly. So again, I don't do the balancing, but I've used Mazda Tricks balancing for, like I was saying, roughly 20 years myself, and they've been doing it this way for 30 years. So if anybody disagrees, you're welcome to comment, but that's what I was just told, just clarified, and wanted to make sure for this specific video that we were talking about this right. So in our experience, and based on an algorithm that's based off of Mazda Racing's balancing, so we're not doing something completely new. We actually are using an algorithm that was produced originally by Mazda for balancing, and this is in accordance to the rotor weight with the seals, because that's your total weight that's being swung. And obviously there's also a liquid weight that's being carried in the rotor. So if a shop is wondering, or a person is wondering, it's not just a dry rotor that's being balanced to the counterweight. It's a mathematical equation based on the tricoidal swing and the volume of oil liquid being held in the rotor under rotation, in accordance with also the rotating weight of the rotor with its seals that would be part of its actual weight. So you can see I've got an assembled rotor right here. So I think that's a lot to think about, and I think there are a lot of shops out there that jump into the rotary game and they start balancing, and who knows what equation they're using, who knows how they're going about it, but This is what we have found to work at Mazda Tricks, and what we are doing is based off of Mazda's balancing techniques. And our balancing has also been cross-referenced by other very popular and well-known rotary shops. And when they have balanced our balanced assemblies, or vice versa, we have balanced theirs, we have found that our balancing numbers are in correlation with each other, even though we're obviously operating as different entities. So that's some information about what Mazda Tricks is doing. Now, out there in the rotary world, I'll notice a lot of rotors that are often cut up on the sides. There are companies out there that get into tip balancing and the rotational balancing, but we found that it wasn't nearly as important, even under very high speeds, as what the counterweight to rotor balance is. And this is for us going up to, 10,000 plus RPMs. My 20Bs are done this way, which also has the center rotor that has to be balanced, which is pretty tricky. And those are going to 10,000 RPM, under 30 pounds of boost, and we're not having any rotor interference to rotor housing or balancing issues or any type of issue via those motors that would warrant any adjustment. And the gear itself definitively has probably a heavier side on it than the light and cast side. And you can see that's even exaggerated in a high performance lightweight rotor. These are racing beat rotors where this internal webbing's actually been cut down, and these stationary gears were removed and then snap ringed back in, so the interior of the rotor was lightened. And they've been doing this for 30-40 years, and their balancing procedures are very similar to ours. And everybody knows racing beat lightweight rotors work, and their balancing works. They've been doing it for a long time. There's no question about it. And so following suit, a lot of what we have done at Mazda Tricks has been similar. Mazda Tricks has been around for a very similar amount of time. Like I keep saying, have worked with them for 20 plus years. And we found that there's no reason to hack up a rotor. We did do tip balancing at one point, and we kind of have slowed down on that and opted for just rotor balancing, side clearancing, and all of the weight removal actually being done in the counterweight. And you can see this is where we're actually balancing, either removing or adding material to balance to the rotors. A big advantage here would be is if you ever did need to replace a rotor, it could be easily brought down into the tolerances necessary with just basic procedures before you go actually scalloping, divoting, or cutting. And then obviously it's very easy to add or remove material to counterweights, which physically are not being affected by holes or the additional weight or material. And for me, I would think of the rotor as I wouldn't want any oddities, or at least try to go for any less oddities than possible, because any type of oddity, either on your edge or anywhere, can tend to generate heat or change the way the dynamics of the rotor work. So it just doesn't seem like a good idea to hack up the rotors when you can make all of your adjustments on the counterweights. Now, I know, like I said, every shop has their own recipe, and I'm not saying that, what some people do are bad out there, but I did want to advocate for what Mazda Tricks has been doing, what we've seen work, what KMR has been using for a long time, and I think the information just needed to be talked about, as it's a very popular question as to how rotary engines are balanced. There's some great videos out there. If you search the different channels, search my channel, search just YouTube in general, you can see the physics of it, where the rotors are being, or the shaft is being spun and the counterweights are being dynamically checked to the rotors, and then that's giving you your spread that you need to adjust to. But that's not actually answering the simple fact of, hey, front rotor to front counterweight, rear rotor to rear counterweight, you can see how they're being offset there, and that's creating your actual rotating balance. This is not talking about balancing the rotor itself or matching the rotors, which, hey, at Mazda Tricks, we do match rotors, we do check balances. But we have found that the bigger advantage and the thing that really can affect the motor's operation is the high-speed balancing, which is done via the rotors and counterweights. So I hope that helps. Balancing is a good thing. Get your motor high-speed balanced. Don't run rotors that don't match up. If you've got a big gram spread, that's horrible. That would be obvious. And dimensionally, the rotors should match up as well. So things to consider. Feel free to ask questions below. Tech Talk, KMR, 13B balancing. That's what we're doing. And just a reminder, check out those trophies of Mazda tricks. And check out all of our previous videos about how my 20Bs are running at 10,000 RPM, roughly making 1,000 horsepower. And we're running alongside V8s very reliably, having a great time out there in Formula Drift. All right, there it goes. Brap on out of here. Brap, brap, brap. You got any more braps?
Brap, brap.
Brap, brap. Here's just some of those trophies.